Hey everybody, Sean and Allison here from Spoken Garden. Today we're going to start some onion and other vegetable crops.
Yeah, we're ready to do some cool season crops, get them started. Our weather's been so mild and it's forecast to be mild for the next few weeks. So we're ready to go.
So guys, we're out in our backyard and we're in our raised bed area. Now, if you remember before, a couple weeks ago, we actually planted some potatoes in here. They were really sprouting. They were starting to grow in boxes in our garage. So yep, we've got one popping up there. We have proof of life.
Proof of life.
And so what we wanted to do before we came out here and saw that is, oh yeah, there's one there.
Might be
cool.
one there too.
So what we wanted to do was we wanted to plant some white bunching onions, some carrots, and some turnips out in this bed. But since the potatoes are actually coming up, which is super cool, we're not going to put them in this bed. We're going to actually put them over here in this bed where we actually healed in all our plants. Well, we're not going to put them in and amongst all these healed in plants. First, what we got to do is get these healed in plants in their pots out of this bed, go set them up next to the house so they stay protected until we come into some warmer weather and we can bring them back out and the threat of frost is gone. We got to work this bed, get it all nice and loose, level it out, and then start making our rows to plant our seeds. So that's what we're doing today.
Okay, you guys, so we got the bed prepped. We moved all the plants out of the healed in section of the garden. They all look great.
Yeah, we actually had some surprises with some potatoes.
We found
and
potatoes.
Allison was good enough just plant them back down here in the potato bed.
So we're talking now about what we're going to plant and how far apart they need to be spaced and how deep they need to be planted.
Yep.
So
a good thing about most of these, I guess we've looked at 2 of these so far. The onions and the turnips need to be a 1/4 inch below the soil for depth to plant the seeds, to sow the seeds. Let's look at the carrots. 1/4 inch.
Perfect.
So all of these are about the same depth to sow down below the soil surface and then cover with a 1/4 inch of soil. So easy peasy, right?
Cool.
So now spacing. Each one of these is a little different. Row spacing is different than actual plant spacing between the plants versus between the rows of those plants. So like for these bunching onions, it says here on the packet, make sure to read the packet. So seed spacing is 1/2 inch between each seed when you sow them. And then row spacing is about 1 foot, 12 inches.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of space. That's a lot of space to put these down in a row and then to space the rows out about 1 foot. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. We're kind of cramming them into a tighter space, so we'll probably go a little closer than that.
Yeah, and if you're going to do something like this, what we're going to do, make sure to understand that when you go for a tighter spacing, you're actually telling the plants they're going to be competing a little bit more than usual for the resources around them, which is soil, nutrients, water, and the actual sun, you know, in space to grow. But they're also going to grow taller. They're going to stretch to get to the sun if there's any spacing issues or shading issues. So keep that in mind if you're going to do something like this.
These are white glow purple top turnips. We love turnips.
Oh yeah,
oh
turnips.
My gosh.
Bake them.
In fact, we need to
fry
get
'em.
more. We're going to need to add more packets because this isn't going to last long enough. But these need to be spaced out in rows that are about 1.5 feet apart. So
even more than the onions. So again, more space. So we're gonna try and do this in this small bed. We have a 3 foot by 6 foot bed here. Space is gonna be tight.
It'll be a little tight.
So we're gonna see what we can do, and you guys get to watch us do it.
wanted to mention that we didn't pre-moisten our soil because there's already moisture in
We
it.
didn't need to, yeah, it was already wet enough. So
Yeah.
it was still workable, but it was definitely has moisture in it, so we just left it the way it is.
Yeah.
We're expecting some water tonight with rain, so we're not gonna water this in right now. Plus, like you guys, probably, your hoses and your hose bibs are all wrapped up and winterized, so you don't wanna get all that out, then use it, and then have to re-winterize it again. So we're gonna let Mother Nature do its thing, do her thing. And
Yeah.
Yep.
Easiest. But yeah, we've got, we left room for succession crops. So in about 2, maybe 3 weeks, we'll do another round of these same plantings so we can have rotating crops.
Yep, and we'll just rotate from one side of the bed to the next with the plantings and the harvestings as they come about, and it should be great.
Yay. Yeah. So for our small space, this works for us now. As some of you watch our videos, you might have already heard us talk about this. We're expanding a lot of space for growing in our garden.
Yep.
But we're still in construction everywhere, so probably like you guys too, in the middle of projects and whatnot. So we're going to be adding a lot more food, a lot more flowers, of course, to our property.
Yeah,
so,
we're going to mix the flowers and the vegetables, but you'll see in the future, and you'll be a part of it. You'll get to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, that's super exciting.
Yep. So guys, leave your comments and questions down below for us. We love hearing from you. Give us that thumbs up, let us know we're doing a good job, and subscribe to our channel so you get updates on our latest videos.
And that's a wrap for today, you guys. Thank you for watching and for being here, and we'll be back tomorrow with our next garden care video.
Yep.
So come on back, see what we're up to.
See you tomorrow, everybody.
Bye, everybody.